Hello, fire signs. This is a reading for you. This would be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Welcome back to the Souls and Stardust podcast channel. I'm Shannon. I'm doing your reading for you today. This is for general wisdom for fire signs for November, but whenever you come across this message, it's going to be perfect for you. I am using 3 different decks today. I will be reading for generalities, right? So anything in your life, it's just the wisdom that you need right now. So I use the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid. I love that deck. It's my favorite to work with. The Light Seers Tarot, which I also love, beautiful energy. And then, of course, I'll be using some cards from our very own Your Girlfriend's No-Bullshit Love Oracle. So some of the messages may involve some love messages, which is awesome. If you're interested in this deck, there's information in the description. You can go to our website to order your very own. Okay, so I pre-shuffled the decks. Again, this is wisdom for fire signs, so that would be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And I do ask for what the general wisdom is. And that can be related to anything in your life, career, relationships, healing that's needed. I just trust Spirit's going to deliver the messages that are needed. Okay, and I always shuffle until the cards pick themselves. There we go. So I'm going to start with those. I'll put those aside. I'm going to ask for a couple of cards from the tarot. Asking for the wisdom for fire signs. So you might want to watch, whatever your sun, moon, rising, and Venus are. You're going to go ahead and watch those videos too to see what the messages are. Wow, 2 just came out right away. I'm going to shuffle one more time. Nope, they're telling me no, that's it. Okay, so I 1000% trust my intuition when it comes to shuffling. Okay, fire signs. We got a little work to do listening to our intuition. All right, and then some love cards. What do the fire signs need to know right now for November? Or whenever they come across this message. Messages about love, relationship, partnerships. What do they need to understand or know? Oh, there we go. Okay, let's see. Anything else? Anything else? Oh, they're saying we are complete. Okay. I get lots of really interesting messages that come through intuitively, so I try to listen to them. Okay, here we go. Fire signs. I'm going to start with the Wisdom of the Oracle cards, and we're going to see what comes up. Okay, we are being challenged with things right now. When the cards show up in the reverse, that is a protection message. It's something we're being challenged with, so we need to pay attention because it's usually a place of healing or resistance. So when we do pay attention to that, we have the opportunity to change or shift that energy. This card is the tribe. It's all about community, belonging, being seen and understood by others. It's also like-minded connections. So a lot of you fire signs who are watching this are really seeking your community right now and feeling like you don't belong and you're feeling a bit lonely. I know that there's a lot of shuffling going on with alignment, like who we're aligned with and what we're aligned with in this energy right now. So it may be hitting fire signs particularly hard. When this is in the reverse, it is a card about how we are compromising our integrity in order to belong or in order to be accepted. It's about making ourselves small to try to fit into someone else's expectations or box. When we do that, we dim our light, and it's not fair to us. It is a misalignment. And we end up compromising our authenticity, which doesn't help anyone. And really, it actually hurts our soul when we do that because we made an agreement to come here to be a certain way, to be a certain person, to be an expression of our soul so we could do our work. And when we are not in our authenticity, I like to think about this way, like anytime we are not in our authenticity, we could potentially be letting down all those other souls that we said we would help along the way being who we are, right? So when we aren't in our authenticity, we may not be holding up our end of the bargain when we said that we would help other souls in those agreements we made before coming here. So that's food for thought for you. Are you hiding who you really are in order to fit in, to play a larger role? It just won't fulfill you. You will feel a longing, you will feel an emptiness. Eventually you're gonna feel resentment for that, right? You're not gonna feel seen and heard, and that's a painful place to be. It's uncomfortable, and it's makes us sad over time. So this is about standing in your authenticity, standing in your uniqueness and your individuality, your true self-expression. That's how you empower yourself, and that's how your tribe, your community, your like-minded people can find you. They can't find you when you're not in your full expression of you. And so, making yourself small, just it's at a big cost, right? And it's not actually what you want. So fire signs, are you being authentic? Are you sacrificing your integrity and your authenticity in order to be accepted? Ask yourself why. Ask yourself what you're afraid of if you do express yourself in authenticity. Okay, so here and now, this is a card that is about being in the moment and really not focusing on the future or the past. When this is in the reverse, it's like full presence, being fully present to the moment. When this is in the reverse, though, it is really a challenge, like a challenge to us to look at how we have been living in the past. How have we been devoting our energy to worry about the future? How have we been lingering in places, in memories or in things that have happened that we can't actually do anything about anyway, like not from this moment. The only thing we could do is move forward differently based on what we know now. So this is a card basically saying we are spending too much time in the past, dwelling somewhere that we can't change, and then we're focusing too much energy projecting out into the future, as in worry or some kind of concern or creating some kind of an illusion. The future hasn't happened yet. In fact, it's only possibility, right? And you can't manifest from either the past or the future. You can only manifest from the present moment. Of course, you can daydream and think about what you want to create, but you have to do that from your present moment. You can't do that from the past and what has happened and any kind of lingering feelings of that. And you don't have solid ground to stand on if you're projecting out into the future. The only thing you can really do is say, okay, I dream about this. What can I do today that pushes me forward? What intentions can I set? What new behaviors can I adopt? What new connections can I make? It's all in the present moment. So this is about getting out of the good old days. It's great to be nostalgic, but you can't live there, right? You have to live in the moment. It's about letting go of fear and uncertainty. It's about keeping your ambition in the present moment and letting that work for you in the here and now, in the today, right? So the past and the future are just illusions that are possibilities, something that has happened, something that will happen. The now is what counts. So be present to what's going on, okay? Don't linger in past memories. Don't project on your future. Get to your work now. Be real with yourself about what you're doing to compromise or sacrifice who you are and what your authenticity is in order to be accepted. Why is that happening? Is it from a past wound or series of traumatic events or wounds that need healing? Are you projecting out into the future thinking, if I just do this, it will all work out? You need to be honest with yourself about what's happening there and what needs your attention. Okay, so let's look at the tarot that we pulled. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse, and we have the Three of Cups in reverse. Aces are always about beginnings, okay? And you can see, I love the art of this deck. She has her third eye completely lit up. And the wands, that's fire sign, guys. Okay, so third eye is completely lit up. When this is in the reverse, this is feeling uninspired. This is feeling blocked in creativity. It's also a need for rest, right? When we aren't in alignment, the people around us, with our job, in a relationship, if we're lingering in the past or, projecting to the future, our intuition's going to get cut off, right? I mean, it will be dampened, and we won't have that creative energy flowing. And we'll be in our heads too much. This is the mind needing a rest. It's also unfocused energy. When we are in the past and projecting out to the future, our energy is completely dissipated. We're not in the present moment, which is where we are living and breathing and in our physical body. So this card is telling us we got to get our shit together, okay? Or it's telling fire signs. You got to get your shit together. You got to be in the present moment. You got to think about what you want and need. You got to think about who you are and what version of you that you want to be and that you want to step forward as. What is your soul's calling and longing? This is focusing your energy on the here and now, or the need to do that, and bolstering faith in yourself, okay? A good mantra for this card is, I seed my brilliant future with the roots of creativity and inspiration in the here and now. That is what paves the future for you, the way to the future. I hope that's helpful for you. We're going to look up the Three of Cups now. So this is a card that's usually about celebration, friendships. It's about abundance and community again, cooperation. Some of you might be star seeds. There's some very prominent stars in this card, and you're finding your sisterhood, your tribe, your community of people who resonate with you that way, star seed communities. Three of Cups in reverse is a need to see the value that you bring to your relationships, okay? Who are you? How are you presenting yourself to your community, to your connections, your relationships? Are you being you? What value do you bring? Are you hiding yourself? If you are, you're hiding your value. You're not giving them the real deal, okay? Give them the real deal. This is about miscommunication too, feeling left out, feeling unseen. It also can indicate a love triangle. So some of you might be navigating those waters. And also a need to make amends. Perhaps you need to make amends with yourself, right? How have you been selling yourself short because you're worried that you and your most authentic version won't be palatable to the people around you, right? You're worrying. Get out of the future, right? Be in the here and now. Be you so that those around you can decide how they want to connect with you. And so the other people can find you who are like-minded. Let's see. So a good mantra for this card is, I connect into this sacred siblinghood and into this expansive experience of witnessing through time. It's about finding connections, right? But the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you are really in your true authenticity, your full expression of you, so you can become so creative and expanding that your tribe, your collective, your like-minded people have no other, what am I wanting to say? It's no doubt that they will find you then when you're in that space, that vibration. Okay. So on to these love messages, right? This is not a vibrational match for you. Let them show themselves out. What kind of a situation are you in where you feel like you have to match a vibration or change yourself so that you can be in alignment or to make a situation more comfortable? The universe, spirit is basically telling you things are rearranging for you, and you need to find the things that are in alignment with you, and you already know when it feels good and when it doesn't. You have to trust your intuition. You have to give your mind a rest and drop into your heart. You have to decide how you're showing up in partnerships so that the people who are a vibrational match for you can find you. And of course, the situation that you're in right now, fire signs, is teaching you invaluable lessons. It's always beneficial to ask yourself, what is this showing me about myself? And be really honest with yourself, like brutally honest. What is it showing you about yourself? Well, it shows me that I'm more willing to make myself small so I can not feel lonely, or I'm afraid of feeling lonely, so I act this way. Or if I show myself, they won't like me, or they'll think I'm weird, or whatever that story is that you're telling yourself, or whatever those wounds are. Be honest so that you can start the healing process. Because everything is changing and shifting. And I tell you, fire signs, those of you who do this work, your people are going to find you. It's happening so fast. And I don't know, I keep getting drawn to the stars here. So some of you who are watching this are feeling this huge pull to find people like your sisterhood, right? Or your brotherhood, however you want to use those terms, your collective. It's about finding people who have a similar resonance. And this is in particular like star resonance. So if that resonates with you, leave a comment, because I'm really getting a hit on somebody or several somebodies who are, star seeds who are recently activated, and they're trying to find their people who understand. That can be quite a journey, and a lonely one too, until you find people who are from the same place as you, or who resonate with that star energy. All right, fire signs. That's what I have for you. You've got big shit going on. Trust yourselves, though. I am going to look into this a little bit deeper, do an extended reading. You can catch that on our membership site called The Collective. You can go to the Souls and Stardust podcast website, and you'll see a tab for The Collective, where we'll have a bunch of information and content that is available for people who are members. Otherwise, all kinds of information in the description below on how to find us. Meo and I are both on Instagram. We love connecting with people. And you can also listen to the Souls and Stardust podcast for free. All major listening platforms. We cover lots of different topics about spirituality, about healing, about metaphysics, some cool stuff. So you guys, I hope you have a great November, and we'll see you very soon. Thank you.